Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Iris with Shorty Custom Creations, and I guess you guys already saw my haul from Hobby Lobby. This actually has nothing to do with the haul. I haven't really started playing with those things yet, but I wanted to come on here and show you what it is that how I make my keychains. I am going to be utilizing some of the focal beads and also silicone beads. So everything is going to be in silicone beads this time. And I am using a plastic clasp for the keychain. Okay, we are going to be utilizing a cord, which is a plastic cord. That's the one that I use. I use black, and I also use the cord in white. So depending on the item that I am using, I kind of go back and forth on which one. So let's get started. So I'm going to go ahead and cut first the cord. What I do is, to be honest with you, there's no rhyme or reason for me. I just cut, and I cut about, to be exact, probably about 20 inches or so. And this is, to be honest with you, it's probably going to be way more than I need, but that's what I normally do. So I try to get both of the ends together, bring it to make a little loop towards the end. And so I basically start with the clasp first. So I thread it through the loop through the eye there, and I go through the loop. I'm so sorry, I should have been showing you this. And I pull, and then I try to pull as hard as possible so that way there's a little knot at the end there and kind of just secures it. So I just keep pulling on it and making sure that my ends are still meeting the same at the end. Okay, so now I'm going to start threading the bead. So I'm going to start first with the smaller bead, and I'm just going to thread them in at the same time together. Now sometimes it's easy and sometimes gives me a little bit of a headache to push them both through, but they should both pull through. And there's my first bead. Now I'm going to go ahead and add my focal bead, which is supposed to be, and there you go. So this is what I got so far. So I have the clasp, I got the first bead, and then I have the focal bead, which is the sunflower. Then I'm going to go ahead and thread the black bead. This one actually has sunflowers on it, that particular bead. It is so beautiful. And we're going to thread them together as well. So we have that so far. I'm going to thread a yellow one, thread them in, and then last but not least, the other white one. Normally I like to finish with the same color that I start. So if you guys notice, I started with the white bead and I ended with the white bead. For some reason in my head, it just makes more sense to me. I don't know why, but it sure does. So that's basically what I did. So now what I do is I pull, not exactly to keep it super stiff, because then it starts, you know, getting all wonky. But I don't want it too loose that then the beads are gonna fall all over. So what I normally do, I tug, and then I wrap my two fingers, right? So I'm taking it, I'm pulling, and I wrap my two fingers, and then I'm gonna go under it. I do it twice. So I do it once, and then I do it again, And then what I do is that I hold that knot and I try to come to the close to the bead as close as I can. And what I'm doing is that I'm with my nails, but I am pushing the knot as close to the bead as I can, but I am tugging. Then what I do is I'm going to keep pulling on it until it's nice and tight. And there it is. There is the first one. Now, what I like to do is I normally I cut the bottom. I like to leave just a little tiny piece, not too much, just, you know, that little piece that just kind of, it looks a little nicer to me. So that is how I make my keychain or purse charm, or you can dangle it, you know, from a book bag or a wallet, you know. It depends. You know, people use them for different things. I call them keychains, but it could be for anything. But so I wanted to give you another example. This is another one that I made with the same clasp. I actually also used the white one, and this one I actually dangled. So I left the ends like this one. I cut it really short. This particular one I left it a little bit longer, and I just added 2 extra beads on the bottom just to kind of make it, give it that cute little look. But it's kind of the same concept. So this is basically how it's done. Hopefully I was able to show you guys what it is that I do in here. You're gonna see a little bit more videos in my channel. Like I said, it's my second video today, so hopefully you guys enjoyed it and learned a little bit from what I do, and hopefully I was able to help you maybe answer certain questions. I can tell you that when I was starting off, I was watching quite a few videos myself, just because I wasn't sure what kind of, you know, if I had to use wire, if I had to use, you know, string, thread. So I watched myself quite a few, and everybody uses something different. I also use some of the Stretch Magic. Not all the time. I use this one mostly. For me, it's a little stronger, but if I had to use, then this is the one that I would use. It would be the Stretch Magic. And you can get these items, actually, believe it or not, I got them in Amazon. So thank you again for stopping by. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for supporting my channel. I would appreciate if you can give me some thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed yet, and thank you again. See you in the next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.